So a lot of different leagues have members that have attended this event or in this event. I know of a contention from, of course, All Pro Racing is in here. The contention from KMA Racing as well. And I believe I saw some of these guys from one of those other ones. I can't forget. I can't remember. But it's nice they all come together for this event to support a good cause. People against distracted driving. And I tell you what, Jonas, on the driver channel about if we're pushing or not. Oh, as the 14 pushes Tony Oldman around, and they've wrecked in the front, and they all go around. 2, 3. I count only 3 trucks, 4 trucks that made it through there. That is the big one.
That was the big one. Yep, you're right, Mike. 4 trucks made it through there. Everybody else got caught up in the big one.
Yeah, you know, looking at the replay there of the Tony Oldman on the outside, the 14, they just kind of hooked bumpers wrong. And 30 is pushing on the 14, and that didn't help the situation, I'm sure. But the 14 hooks Tony Oldman. He gets into Gravemire, and then it's on. Lots of carnage out there. So there are several, but I think Lucky Dogs will certainly play into effect with these guys. They're going to be racing for that Lucky Dog. You're likely to have cautions, and they could certainly get on pit road, getting damage fixed. And Gary Konzelman is also on pit road still. So that answers that question. Doyle Lawrence outside behind Buddy Waters at the 11th. Lloyd Saunders in 3rd. Bobby Everhart 4th. Sean Zulu 5th. These top 6 are kind of spread out. I'm kind of surprised. See if these guys are sleeping. Top 4 are actually real spread out. Green, green, green. I'm not sure what the strategy is there, Jonas, why they're so spread out.
I'm not sure neither, Mike. So it looks like they're dicing for position. They still could push right here on lap 17. So
yeah, this outside row, you can see they have all identical paint jobs. I believe these are the guys from KMA Racing. Doyle Lawrence, Lloyd Saunders, and Bobby Everhart obviously are sporting the same paints, and they're up here on the outside trying to get the lead as Buddy Waters takes it to the middle. We have 3 wide for the lead with the 14. 14 desperately trying to get his lap back, but he has no help there in the middle as we're 3 wide. And not every driver in iRacing can get away with this. These guys are great driving out there. At the 11, gets the lead briefly on the outside, but he's not going to be able to hold it. Lloyd Saunders pushing like crazy, but they're just too close to the wall, I think. And now they get a run. You really got to pinch it off that wall. Scott Amy making his way up to the top 5 with help from the 10, Mark Moffitt. And here's the strategy. Tony Oldman is pitting. Tony Oldman is pitting. Oh, they're all going to wreck. They're all going to wreck again. We're under caution. The 33 is involved.
68, Damon Gilbert.
It's the 55 goes up. The 55, Scott Amy is there in the middle. And loses some air, I think, a little bit, but goes up into the outside lane a little bit. And it doesn't take much, and he hits the 1 and the 11, comes down and collects Lee and Gilbert. And Mark Moffat's involved. Lots of people involved. But I told you 3 wide's not easy, Jonas, and we just saw the results of what can happen.
Yeah, Mike, I was pretty much dazed there. I have never seen that in iRacing personally myself. But, yeah, it's just 3 wide's not a good thing.
Lots of carnage. So, boy, this is a long race, and I hope we have enough trucks to finish it. The way they're piling them up here, I hope we have lots of resets. The other thing to think about here is what's going to happen with the special competition caution that's supposed to be happening here within 2 laps. It sounds like the tower is calling out they're just going to extend this caution. We're 3 wide for about 5th here. I can smell a caution as Buddy Waters brings it up the middle. He door slams the Crandall. Crandall goes off. Our leader is wrecked. We stay green. We stay green.
Spinning through the infield, hit the wall, and just kept spinning. He spun that truck about 8 times.
Boy, that's a tough break for Crandall. The 38, Kehoe is still digging for his lap back. He's getting help now with the 29 truck. But Buddy Waters is our leader with Tony Oldman on the inside. Really going back and forth on which lane to be in here, Jonas. Where do you want to be in this style of racing? And we got him. Yeah, go ahead.
Plus, Mike, these guys is so tight, you can pretty much throw a blanket over them. It's pretty good racing. They make it so easy looking, but it's really not easy as it looks.
Yeah, I think Ronald Jones, the 14, just hit the wall. Him and the 39 were trying to make a run on the outside, and Jones just went too far and just door slammed the wall. But he's fading. Green. Still green. Let's take a replay on the 11. They were all in the middle lane, and they were starting to check up, and looks like Rod Roman Sr. got just a little bit under the 11, and the 11 and the purple truck with the purple numbers got involved. That's a tough break, but you know what? We're staying green. Paul Sheldon's fighting for the lead right now. It's kind of hard to tell because we got a lap car up front, but Paul Sheldon digging on the bottom there as Damon Lee's coming up through the middle with Dustin Lee. Damon Gilbert, I mean. Oh, and he touches the 37. Gilbert hits the 37. Oh, we got one up over the fence into the stands.
And they're still wrecking.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. The 73 Crandall, it went into the stands. Let's take a replay on Crandall. Crandall is leading this group of trucks, and Gilbert comes up into the outside truck. And he comes down, collects Crandall, and it's on. And say a prayer for those folks in the stands. And I tell you what, up front, man, we got some lap cars in the mix. We got 3 wide for the 5th spot. I mean, this is nuts. I can't even keep it straight. Wallace Stevens is our leader on the outside with Helgi Gravemeyer right behind from Germany. On the inside, Kevin Crane and Bobby Everhart. First call of them in the top 5, and boy, they just took the lead. So lots of people cycling up through the top 5. I love that, Jonas. Get some airtime for those sponsors.
Sure, Mike. That's what it makes this thing go around, and I'm sure I'm really happy to be a part of this Padd thing and broadcasting this race. You know, like I said, hopefully we can. Oh, we got 11 going down.
We got one spinning on the apron. Wow.
Doyle Lawrence in 11 truck.
And we stay green.
I think it's at lap 75.
That's about 9 laps from now, so see if these guys can hold it together. Wallace Stevens is our leader. That Canada Special. Helgi Gravemeyer back up to 2nd. Nice to see him up there again. Kevin Crane 3rd. Tony Oldman 4th. And Lloyd Saunders up to the 5th spot.
Big Rick Dustin Lee got involved. The 68, the 66. A lot of Padd trucks got involved.
Looks like it started with Kevin Crane and Buddy Waters. Kevin Crane in the 65. He's on the inside. Buddy Waters, who was involved in that last incident, is also involved again, but he's in the middle. Buddy Waters comes down. Oh no, it's Daniel Rindall actually in the 37. Came down into Kevin. And boy, they all pile up. Gilbert and Lee involved. Well, we're under caution again. And Jonas, looks like we got the KMA boys have gotten up here to the top 5 finally. 3 matching paint jobs, the 1, 71, and 11. Looks like everyone working towards the bottom lane here. Boy, Tony Oldman squeezes it in there and leaves Buddy Waters out to dry on the outside. Whoa, the 46 and 11 touch. And we almost had a big one. Oh, we got one off in the back. It's a 30. Okay. We stay green. You see the 11 and the 16 switch. As everyone's pairing off. Time to make a run for the end here. We got one spun off the back and hit the inside wall. I don't know who that was. That must have been Jimmy Tolliver who just took it behind the wall. And the 21 and 38 switch. There's some checking up going on in the inside lane there.
The outside line starting to form.
The 1 is moving all over the place. Lloyd Saunders kind of went to the outside there for a minute and then came back down. So 17 cars on the lead lap. Back up front, we got this pack going. Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee right at the back of it. I still think they're just waiting. They haven't pushed the button. And knowing Damon Gilbert, I bet you he's very impatient right now, ready to go. Dustin Lee, the veteran, telling him, let's hold off, let's hold off. It's not time yet. They're very unorganized up front, so they shouldn't have any trouble getting there. They're close to the front. Might be a good strategy. We'll have to see. Boy, we're 3 wide up here with the leader and some lap cars. And wow, the 77 letting all these lappers go by. I'd love to see a caution right now. Get all these guys. Oh, Crandall and Houston peel off. Our leader is pitting. Our leader is pitting. So Houston Hammer brings them down. Take. But then we got about, I don't know, 10, 15 truck lengths back to third. Sean Zulu, Scott Amy, Buddy Waters, all mixing it up back here for third spot, working with James Torrey, who's a lap down. And there's Lee and Gilbert.
Lap 97, still, the front pack still has to pit, I'm thinking.
Yes, the top 7 still have to pit. I think it's still going to shake out with James Peterson, Michael Norris in the catbird seat. They're 14 seconds back from the lead pack, but they're a good 15 seconds ahead of everybody else. So I'm not clear if Peterson and Norris have to pit or not. I believe they did when the window opened. And they might have just snookered everybody. We'll have to see how this shakes out. Nice to have a green flag run here, Jonas, at the end with actual green flag stops.
Sure, Mike. It's I like to say this. I'm sure the fans are enjoying this. I sure am enjoying it.
Well, we've had all kinds of different styles of racing tonight with the different formats available. First with the whole, you can push but not the leader and all that. Now that we're pushing no matter what, and so those things really mix things up. And we just heard from Michael Norris over the radio indicating he has 14 laps left. That's going to leave him about 8 laps short of the finish. So doesn't look like Norris and Peterson just showed their hand. They're not going to make it. So that's going to leave it back to Helge Gravemeyer. Let's pick him up in 10th spot. Wallace Stevens in 11th. These guys are now in the catbird seat. Right behind them, Rod Romana Sr. and Daniel Rindhall. These guys will cycle around to the lead if this works out and it stays green. So, 20 laps to go. Bobby Everhart is getting it done in the 71, running second. Got control of this race at the moment, but I believe these guys still need fuel. Let's pick up the battle for 10th. Wallace Stevens, Helge Gravemeyer.
Sure, Mike. But hopefully your pit crew will go in there. When you go in there, they'll get you out pretty quick and come back out in front of the 9th, 10th spot.
You certainly don't want tires because that'll slow down that pit stop. But you don't really need tires here at Talladega. But I tell you what, I mean, those guys pitting when they did, when the window opened, might have won them the race. We'll have to see how this shakes out. Yeah. For the strategy to work out for these guys that already pitted, it has to stay green. If we get a caution because a green flag, you know, somebody smokes them on a green flag stop and wrecks or something, that would be disaster for those guys.
So hopefully these guys got some good spotters.
Well, it's got a green flag look to it. Everyone's kind of spread out now. Well, I don't. And boy, here comes Dustin Lee, Damon Gilbert getting a little closer to the front as this front pack is starting to dwindle. I think there was a couple lap cars must have peeled off.
The 71 truck was bobbing and weaving on the backside, trying to get air in his truck. I'm thinking he's a little hot.
I mean, the 71 Bobby Everhart, you're right. He's been managing his truck there without switching. Oh, Damon Gilbert's in the wall hard. And there goes Dustin Lee's plan up in smoke. What happened to Damon Gilbert? Oh, as the leaders peel off, 1, 51, 71, all peel off. Lloyd Saunders brings them down for their final stop. Whoa, we got a wreck coming down onto pit road to 21. Sean Zulu wrecked really hard with the Muddy Waters. Take a replay of the 21. The 46 Muddy Waters just floats up into the second lane as they come across the start finish and takes out all 4 of the trucks he was running with. Wow. And they're going to pit in 2 laps. James Peterson in the 123, Michael Norris in the 39. They're about ready to pit for fuel. Lap 109 of 122. Where to go? Michael Norris is pushing like crazy on Peterson, trying to get him to the lead. But Houston Hammer has got a handful with the 15 pushing on him while he's trying to. And the inside lane prevails. 2 to go. Where do you want to be right here, Jonas?
I want to be on the outside personally, Mike, and I'm trying to get to the front as much as fast as I can do. Hopefully Damon and Dustin will get this thing done.
They're getting it done, and look at Dustin Lee side drafting with Tony Oldman there, trying to get up there. They're getting closer and closer. The 15 is trying to push on the 77. Oh, and they door slam with Dustin Lee. That breaks their momentum. That's a tough break. Oldman has to check up, go low. The inside lane is all checking everywhere. The 55 goes to the top.
White flag's out.
And I tell you what, track position is king here. You want to be this top 2. And the 15 goes high. He's going for it. Richard Stallings pulls out. He has no help. He ducks back. He pulls out. Tony Oldman goes with him. Helgi Gravemeyer out of nowhere has gotten back up there. And Crandall still in the mix. Will Hammer stick with Wallace, or will he pull out? He pulls out. Hammer pulls out. He doesn't have enough. I don't know. He has no help. Wallace Stevens wins